salawat.
बर मोहम्मदिन वाले मोहम्मद सलवात. मौलाना अली अब्बास साहब, Amanat Ali Khan Saab, Ghulam Abbas Khan Saab, Shabir Uncle, Trustee of Africa Federation, the Board of Trustees, my elders, my brothers and sisters, Assalamu Alaikum. Tonight, I decided would be the best night for my closing speech. We have two distinguished guests from Pakistan here. Along with that, inshallah, the AGM is in the next few weeks, and 15 Shaban is a night for Amal. It's a night to remember the Imam, and I did not want to be in the middle of that. But we are closing the term, which was the shortest term, only 20 months, at least in the past 30 years that I've seen. We are closing the shortest but most progressive term in the next few weeks. Today, whatever I say on behalf of the Executive Committee, of the Board of Trustees, the Ladies Committee, and all the subcommittees. If I continue mentioning names, I'll take too much time. And I chose this time because we're still waiting for our community to arrive due to traffic. और सोनू साहब, मोनू साहब ने कहा कि पहले पब्लिक आ जाए फिर आप आ जाइएगा इंशाल्लाह. I will only give the highlights tonight. I will not, if I say everything the team has done in the past 2 years, 20 months, then we'll be here up to Fajr. You all will be annoyed at me because you want to ultimately hear Maulana Saab and Sonu Monu Bhai. However, I will request Riaz Bhai, Shabir Bhai to share the President's Secretary report once it's ready on the group so the community gets a gist of how much has happened in the past 20 months. One thing I'd like to point out is whatever we did, and we did a lot, but whatever we did with 80 to 90% unity. We can never have 100% unity. We're a community. We will have opposing views. But we did it with 80 to 90% unity. And it is always easier to bulldoze, to, completely discard everyone and go for what you want to do. We didn't do that. We listened to everyone, discussed, debated, and then we came to a decision. So all projects, the school, everything that has happened, the youth, several discussions and debates went into it, and that's the more difficult way, but that's the route we took so that the Jamaat, the community, stays as one and everyone is part of every decision that is made. What this led to is, I think our biggest achievement was an income that is 4 times bigger than what we started from. So what we were making in a year, now we are making in 2.5, 3 months, profit-wise. That income naturally leads to better health, medical policies, which we have already implemented, better education policies, which we have implemented, and overall a much better community welfare system. So the monies we decided first would be spent within Kampala, then given to Africa Federation or other federations. But it's our community's money first. We will have the best education, the best medical, the best welfare, and inshallah economic upliftment programs also. On the secular side, our school currently is increasing by 50% every year, students-wise. And over the past 4 years, we have a 100% pass rate. We are working in the next 1.5 months on the completion of the secondary school. But having our own community school, we are aware of the things that are happening around the other schools around ours. We are also, I'll share an information with you that 8 to 9 students currently from our Jamaat are homeschooling because of the atmosphere in the other schools. So it's very important we have a secondary school, full-fledged, running by our community, where we can control the various vices that the other schools are going through. Our madrasas are also doing very well. One is under Sabir Aunty, the other one is under Maulana Saab and Dr. Ghazi. They've updated the curriculum, and alhamdulillah, they're moving on very well. Our kids, as you can see, are very well behaved. And Aqidah Iman, I will reach to it when I reach to you, Maulana Sahib. The youth. And by youth, I don't mean Zakir, Ali Akbar. You guys are now young men. I mean Danial, Osaja, Hadi, your generation. You are doing very well, especially in the Supreme Council, the way you guys all shined. Even our younger men, Muhammad Abbas, Saif, who else were there? There were two more, Ali Akbar, Qasim. These guys were extraordinary, but you guys also shined in your volunteering on the centenary night. And you have become an example for Kampala Jamaat. Same goes on the girls' side. The youth are doing fantastic. However, I warn all of you, and I want you to look at me for this. If you do anything wrong, we will find out and we will catch you. So no smoking, no using bad language, and absolutely no, anything wrong you do, we will find out. And if we find out, we will take strong action. Otherwise, well done, huh? Our Qabristan, up to date. We built a new Ghusl Kafan room. The entire Qabristan was updated. Large renovations happened there. And Alhamdulillah, the book is now up to date. The diary is now up to date. We've had amazing sports and social events over the past 2 years with a new sporting facility that was built here. I would say the past 2 Ramzans were very successful. Sheni Bhai, well done on that. And even the ladies' side, there's been a lot of activities on social events. These social events are very important. Like Sonu Bhai, Monu Bhai here have brought the community together. Same way these social events bring all of us closer together. The friendships become stronger. One thing that you don't know about, but in this past 20 months, Shabir Uncle, I shared this with you. Kampala Jamaat has raised $220,000 for niyaz, for donations, especially for reciters. $220,000. Now, there are reasons for this. First of all, Alhamdulillah, Raza Bhai Mehtab have just entered. My dad, these guys have been calling fantastic reciters, and the community contributes towards those, towards the hadiyah of those reciters. And at the same time, our chair lady and her team, Rehan Aunty, has been keeping bills at very low rates. An example, 13th Rajab, our bills was under $500, and we were about 520 people on that night, ladies, gents. So we have raised $220,000 in 2 years. That's no joke. 90% of the invitees in Kampala are donor funded. They're not funded by the Jamaat. And for this, I'd request for a loud salawat for all our donors. While we're speaking on donations, Sonu Bhai, Monu Bhai, 5 more minutes. But while we're speaking on donations, we have the Solidarity Day coming on the 15th of Shaban. Africa Federation this year, more than any year in the past, has been putting a lot of pressure on all their Jamaats. Alhamdulillah, we're happy here. I don't know what's the menu today, but we're going to have 5-star food today. Tomorrow night, there's another Jashan. Past 1 month, I've not eaten at home. I've been at Jashans, one house after another, thanks to Raza Bhai. But while we are happy, we've got other communities in Africa that are struggling for food for one time. One time, they don't have the food. I would request strongly, we have given so much over the past 1 year. This time, let's give for our brothers and sisters across Africa. They're doing very badly. There is a donation box in the ladies, and there are, I think Sayyid Sajjad is sitting outside. Please contribute. We request for 1 day's income. If, Shabir Uncle, we get 1 day's income, we'll get $1 million here. But let's see, inshallah. The most important aspect of our Jamaat, which I said I would cover last, is the religious aspect. Ultimately, this is an army of our 12th Imam. And ultimately, the Khojas are caretakers of all these institutions. But all of this belongs to our 12th Imam. At the end of the day, that's a fact, that's the truth. The most important aspect is the religion, is our deen, our aqidah. And I would say, compared to the other communities, Maulana Sahib has given me a report. I myself visited a few Jamaats around Africa. We are much stronger. Our aqidah is strong. We are majority followers of Ayatollah Sistani. We are on a very good track religiously. We have a balance of wajibat and Zadari Jashan. We have that perfect balance. And for that, first and foremost, I'd like to thank again the people that are on the forefront today. My father, Razabai Jiwani, the Gulaman Ahlul Bayt team, for having invited above 20 reciters, Maulanas in the past 2 years, not counting Sonubai, Monubai in this. आप तो पांच के क्या बोलते comparison में जो आपको अल्लाह ने आवाज दी उस हिसाब से, but 20 plus have been invited. Along with this, Riaz Bhai, my appreciation to you, I've always said that the Mushtahid we hosted, Allama Muntazir Mehdi Saab, it was such a blessing. And I feel after him, Kampala Jamaat just took off. And most importantly, I disturbed you for 1 year, Maulana Saab. 1 year I disturbed you. And after 1 year, we finally managed to pull you in Kampala. And I today officially welcome you, Maulana Saab, along with your family, your 3 beautiful children, for coming to Kampala, for accepting our invitation. And Raza Bhai, Maulana Saab's date starts from tonight, so count 4 years from today, inshallah. Now, I want to clarify one thing. While record work was being done by our team, there was also a lot of pain that the team was going through. Remember, what we've done, once the President's Secretary report is shared, it was not a one-man effort. And I don't think I did even close to what a chairman is supposed to do. It's the team that did everything. Because of that, I saw a lot of people struggling. I saw a lot of families getting annoyed at their husbands or wives for all the time they were putting in. Now, last year in Ramzan on Eid, I normally don't share my emotions. I normally keep them very close. But I broke down for one simple reason. While my community was having a fantastic Eid day with their families in the community, the workers, the members of the executive, trustees, ladies, committee, they were all suffering. The whole day they're working here, they're not seeing their family. That hurt me, and that pain is the pain that made me become a bit emotional. But except for that, my father said it's about leaving the chair. This chair is the most difficult thing I've had to come into. And I am so happy that I am leaving it with respect after 4 years. And it's a blessing for me that I can finally move on from this position. With this, I say Khuda Hafiz. Actually, before I say Khuda Hafiz, Mehtab bhai, ek sher irshad karna hai mere ko. This is a share from, ये एक शेर है जो मैंने शहीद अमजद साबरी साहब से सुना था उनकी शहादत से पहले, और मेरे दिल पे लगी थी बात. ये मेरी जिंदगी की एक पॉलिसी है. तो इरशाद क्या है? दर असल तो है मखलूक की खिदमत की इबादत. दर असल तो है मखलूक की खिदमत की इबादत. अल्लाह तो किसी चीज का मोहताज नहीं है. With this, I say Khuda Hafiz. If me or my team have hurt any of you, knowingly or unknowingly, please accept our apologies. I am aware, and I will say this publicly, that with Zakir, I was with brother Zakir Hussain, I was wrong publicly, and I will apologize to you, Zakir, in public. But leaving him aside, I don't think I've hurt anyone purposely. And still, I say sorry. I thank you, our Jamaat, for the opportunity, for having let us, me, our team, served over the past 4 years, for having given us the confidence. For that, I say thank you very much. Salwat. अब सोनू भाई, मोनू भाई, अगर मैं वापस खड़ा हो गया ना, तो लोग यहाँ पे मेरे को बहुत डांटेंगे. तो एक चीज है जो मेरे को कहा गया था बाद में करने को, लेकिन मैं अभी करूंगा. एक छोटा सा टोकन ऑफ अप्रिसिएशन है हमारी कम्युनिटी की तरफ से आपके लिए, आपके लिए. आपको हम लास्ट वीक थर्सडे से सुन रहे हैं, और जैसे मैं कहा ना, आप में जान, आप में हिम्मत इतनी है कि 5-5 बंदों की है. आप लोग बराबर हो. माइक नहीं भी चले तो पूरी कौम आपको क्लियरली सुन सकती है. हमारी खुशकिस्मती, मैं आपको बोल रहा था 5 लोग थे हमारी लिस्ट में, आप उन 2 में से आ गए, आप उन 5 में से. और हमारी खुशकिस्मती कि आप आए हैं यहाँ पे. एक छोटा सा टोकन ऑफ अप्रिसिएशन हमारी जमात की तरफ से एक्सेप्ट कर लीजिए। मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा मौलाना अली अब्बास साहब को कि सोनू भाई यानी अमानत अली खान साहब को टोकन ऑफ अप्रिसिएशन दे दीजिए। मौलाना क्या शबीर अंकल, और शबीर अंकल, आई रिक्वेस्ट यू टू गिव टू गुलाम अब्बास खान साहब प्लीज। पापा आखिरी रिक्वेस्ट आपसे, आज जब केक लाया जाएगा, मैं जानता हूं हमेशा हमारे जो वडील है मौलाना साहब है उनको रिक्वेस्ट करा जाता है। आज मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा आपको, रजा भाई बंदे अली को, रजा भाई चिवानी को, मेहताब भाई को, मुज्तबा भाई को, सोहेल भाई को, जो हमारे यानी मैं इतने साल बाद नारा मारा हूं, यानी मेरा इनका मेरे पे कुछ इम्पैक्ट रहा है, हम सब पे रहा है, जो इनको इनवाइट करे वो आज केक आके काटे प्लीज। सलवात।